Hey everybody, Cougar here, back for more adventures in the amazing underwater survival game Subnautica. We are getting past the tutorial stage. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop explaining stuff, but it does mean that our goals are going to be a little bit more flexible. Our goals day by day are going to depend on what's going on in the game that day. So for example, I want to today focus on taking advantage of some of the recipes that we have recently unlocked, or blueprints I should say. For example, uh, I want to craft the high capacity O2 tank that we can now craft. I want to craft the radiation suit that we can now craft now that the Aurora has exploded. I would like to craft a compass for myself that will show up on my HUD. And finally, I would like to craft a sea glide. So today is going to be a lot of just basic gathering and crafting stuff. We'll try to keep it interesting by talking about stuff that we're doing as we go along. For example, let's dive in right now and start exploring. For example, we need fiber mesh to craft the radiation suit. I think that we can do that really easily by heading out to where the creep vines are and cutting some creep vine samples and using those to make fiber mesh. Creep vines are out here somewhere. But again, in the interest of being flexible, so the creep vines are over there, I believe. But in the interest of being flexible, here we have stumbled back across that wonderful, massive coral tube where there's lots and lots of resources lying around. So let me take advantage of this as long as I'm here and pick up some quartz for glass and some copper for batteries, which we are going to need. I would love to get as much copper as possible and craft as many batteries as we can so that we have them. The high capacity O2 tank is definitely a priority, and I believe I have all the materials I need to craft that right now. I probably should have crafted that before I even left the life pod, but I didn't. So there are the creep vines. As long as we're out here by the creep vines, we will cut those.
Oxygen.
And you know what? Just take advantage of their nutritional value. Eat a couple. Maybe I'll even eat a couple more. Before cutting a couple for our fiber mesh. For our radiation suit. Our inventory is full. That's a stalker. Picked up some more copper, which we'll need for batteries. Hi, stalker. Are you hungry? You look a little hungry. We now have, I believe, everything that we need to craft 2 of the things on our list right now. If our inventory is truly full, I would sacrifice a piece of titanium to be able to pick up that piece of copper that we just exposed. Alright. This is, as of about an hour ago, the actual release version that we are on right now. And I tell you, I do notice some immediate differences. It does seem to be playing a bit smoother. The frame rate is smoother. The controls seem a little bit more responsive. Maybe that has to do with the frame rate itself. But either way, it does seem like there is a noticeable improvement over the early access version that we were playing up until this point. I do not have a fabricator built back in my pod yet. Oh, there's another thing that we can do. We can play that radio message. Why don't we let that... No, let's take care of our crafting first. Now, in order to craft the high-capacity O2 tank, I need to take this standard O2 tank off of my body and put it in my inventory, which I can't do right now because my inventory is full. So instead, we will go to basic materials and use the creep vine samples to craft fiber mesh. And now we should be able to go to personal equipment and craft the radiation suit. Oh, I need 2 fiber mesh. Shoot. Alright. Well, at least we can now take the oxygen tank off our back, put it in our inventory, and we should have everything we need to go to personal equipment and craft the high capacity O2 tank. That is standard O2 tank 2 times glass, 4 times titanium, and 1 piece of silver ore. Watch our O2 readout. It goes up to 135. So much oxygen. That's wonderful. All right, before we leave the, we got to go back and get some more creep vine, but before we leave, let's play this radio message.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over?
Yeah, I read. You can't hear me, but...
None of the vacuum. These Altera ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS. You offer to help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's gonna take more than a week to reach your position.
Oh,
you still need our assistance. Over.
Yes, we need your assistance.
I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
Our ship crashed. Yes, we need assistance. Send assistance. All right, so we just got a radio message from the Sunbeam, which is going to try to rescue us. So that's good news, we think. We'll see how that turns out. In the meantime, a couple more pieces of creep vine. Heck, have a little snack as long as we're out here. Alright, we've got enough to craft another piece of fiber mesh. Hey, there's some sandstone. Gold. We got plenty of gold right now. We really could use some more silver. But we'll take it. I'm not going to argue. You need gold for computer chips, so, and there's a lot of stuff that requires computer chips as part of the blueprint. So gold is not something that you want to be passing up that often. Getting a little thirsty. Our water is running a little bit low. Maybe we can grab some of that. You know what? There's air bladders, or bladderfishes roaming all over here. Might as well pick that up since we're thirsty. Do I have room to pick up one more piece of titanium? I do. Again, I have not built a fabricator at my actual base yet, so we are using the life pod for all our fabricating needs right now. Fiber mesh from 2 times creep vine samples. Now we should be able to build a radiation suit. Indeed we can. Oh, you know what else would be great is to build the rebreather. Let's see what that requires. Alright, our radiation suit has been built and equipped. It is on our buddies. We got the helmet, we got the gloves, we got the suit itself. Good to go. Let's quickly, what was I going to check out? Oh, the rebreather. We need a wiring kit and more fiber mesh. So we will need more silver to make the wiring kit and more creep vine to make the fiber mesh. In the meantime, another thing that we wanted to make was the compass. I wonder if I have enough goodies on me to make that. I have enough to make copper 4. And I have enough to make silver to make a wiring kit. Now I should be able to go to personal equipment and craft the compass. That will automatically equip onto my body. There's the compass right there. And now if you look at the top of the HUD, underneath the depth meter, see that we have a compass right there on our HUD. Isn't that useful? Alright, so what else did we want to craft? We wanted to craft the Sea Glide. For that we will need more copper and a battery and lubricant. All of those are easy to obtain, not terribly challenging to obtain, but it is going to take some time. And we wanted to craft the rebreather, which is going to take more silver and more creep vines. But we're off to a good start. I think we banged out those 2 things off our priority list. Now we just need to do some basic gathering. Again, these massive coral tubes, an excellent source of resources. There's one right here under our life pod. We need the copper to make copper wire. Don't really need the titanium, but I'll pick it up and store it back at base. check out this coral tube. We're just going to leave the quartz here for now. Nothing that we want to build today requires glass or quartz. Titanium. And that's a crash fish. Hello. Hi. So you can swim pretty fast when you're not carrying a lot of stuff. So outrunning those guys isn't such a big problem. Copper ore, we need that. We do not need any more of the cave sulfur, which is good because that didn't actually have any in it. But we have just gotten basically all the copper delivered, which is excellent. Excellent work. I'm just going to leave that titanium rolling around down there. Don't really need it taking up space in my inventory right now. Speaking of inventory space, let's see how we're doing. Fairly full. I don't actually need that. Let me just dump off some of this titanium. Titanium
Welcome aboard, Captain.
is not something we're going to need a lot of right now, so I'm just going to dump this off. Ooh, look at all that copper ore. It's good to have. I already got tons of quartz. I don't really need that. Let's just keep 2 on me in case I need a piece of glass for anything. Alright, that'll do. Try to keep this full. And then back out to the creep vines. Actually, creep vines closer over here. Should have been using these right from the start. Alright, now we've got enough for a piece of fiber mesh. I'm going to stay here in the creep vine zone to continue looking for sandstone outcrops to provide us with silver or gold or lead. But what we really want is silver. Limestone. Not seeing anything good there. Scrap metal. Salvage, I should say. There's salt all over the place here, and you know, it seems like, oh, there's salt everywhere, I don't need to grab it, but having salt on you is never a bad idea either, because if you need it for water or for curing a fish, which we've never done before, it helps to have water on you. Why don't we pick all this up and we'll go back and cure a fish at some point. Lots of limestone, lots of titanium, not a lot of just salt everywhere, not a lot of sandstone here. There's some caves over there. Now I just saw a bubbler here, but we're not that deep, so we'll just go up to the surface and then go into those caves. Those caves look like safe, shallow caves. Yeah, we're getting pretty thirsty now. Nice Stalker. Hope I didn't load up my inventory with all that salt and not leave anything for silver. We'll see. Sandstone. Oh, looks like the sun is starting to set already. And it is going to be tough to explore down in here with the sun going down. Just had a little hitch there, but it definitely seems better. Definitely seems to have improved. Hi, Stalker. You don't scare me. Well, I'm not finding a lot of sandstone here, but we're not in an excellent place for it. See, because we're still on the border of the safe shallows, we're seeing a lot of limestone outcrops. There's some sandstone, lead, which we don't need. Gold, which we don't really need.
Passing 100 meters.
Lead, which we don't need.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Titanium, which we certainly don't need. Freaking finally, some silver. I gotta watch my oxygen. More lead. Nope, missed one. Let's try and grab this real quick. We're running out of air. Silver, and our inventory is full. Drop some titanium. Pick up the silver. And get out over here. Looks like I have enough time to break one
30
more.
seconds.
And lead, our inventory is full. Pop our air bladder, get up to the surface. Why don't we see our air bladder? Guess he's holding it underneath him.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I got oxygen. Don't worry about it. Okay, yes, well that, I'll tell you, that high-capacity O2 tank certainly came in handy there, didn't it? But we head back to base with a full inventory, ready to do a bit more crafting, and it looks like we've got another new radio message waiting for us at the life pod. Now I'm going to do a little test here. Is the sun coming up that quickly, or has it not gone all the way down? It has not gone all the way down. Swimming on the surface, watching how fast our meter is counting down. Now I'm going to go underwater and see if that seems to change a bit. It doesn't. Are we going a little bit faster? It seems about the same to me. There was a time when, yeah, it's fine. There was a time when swimming on the surface was faster, and then there was a time when the swimming underwater was faster than swimming on the surface, all that stuff. Let's go ahead and play this message.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
9 new biological subjects designated. Mode. Hunting. Analyzing. Sharing subject locations with other agents.
Oh shit, guys, we are being hunted. We are being analyzed. They are sharing our location with other agents. That seems like a scary thing. Not good. Someone's hunting us. Alright, copper wire. Did we need another another wiring kit? I don't think so. We did. Back to resources, electronics, 2x silver ore, makes a wiring kit. Now we should be able to build our rebreather. Now the rebreather conserves
Fluid intake.
Rebreather conserves oxygen when diving deeper. That's below 100 meters. Absorbs and recycles CO2 into breathable air. So without a rebreather, when you get below 100 meters, your oxygen goes down faster. With the rebreather, that is not true. Your oxygen will go down at the same rate. I didn't actually build that, did I? Alright, right now we are wearing the helmet for the radiation suit. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch this out for the rebreather helmet for now, but keep that on me because at some point we are going to be wanting to go over toward the Aurora. The last thing I wanted to check here was our deployables, our Sea Glide. We need battery, lubricant, copper wire. We can build all of that stuff fairly easily because we have some gold on us. We just need... no, we don't need gold for the battery. We need copper. We've got plenty of copper on us. And we just need some mushrooms. And then we need the lubricant, which comes from creepvine seeds. I'm going to make a bunch of batteries, as long as we have the copper. Let's go ahead and do it. Spam craft electronics, battery, and 3 batteries, and hopefully we have enough copper left to make some copper wire. And that should have cleared up enough inventory space that we can actually head out to the creep vines. Just make sure we're away. Head out for the creep vines and grab some creep vine seeds to make lubricant. Behind us. He's hungry. Creep vines. seeds. And boy, we are getting super duper thirsty. We need to actually do something about that immediately. Do we have water on us? We do not. We're going to have to make some. Grab some. I think we have some back at base. Pick up some creepvine seed clusters. Can I get any more? My inventory is full. How full is the question? Full enough that we can't pick up anything else. So now we gotta swim back. And now, if you notice, we are swimming a bit slower. Our inventory is completely full, and that is slowing us down. So what you're wearing and what you're carrying do seem to still affect the speed at which you swim. But swimming on the surface,
Fluid intake immediately.
we're doing that right away. But swimming on the surface versus swimming underwater does not seem to make a difference. Look how slow we're going now that our inventory is full. So we're crawling. Now, if we were to completely run out of water, yes, that would be bad. I just need to. I think our water is back at in the base, but I can clear up some inventory space just by crafting some lubricant here.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Yes, it is. Maybe I even have some. I do have some water here. Okay, just pick this.
Vital signs
Looks like
stabilizing.
I actually had some water on me, didn't I? We've got some food on us too. I've got a bladder fish. I'll make some water out of that. I'll hook up a peeper. And we've got Gary fish as well, which taste great, but they're not very filling. I really like the way Gary fish taste. They've got kind of a floral flavor. Alright, full health. Excuse me, full food, full water. Good to go. We are now naturally healing. You can see that our health starts to regenerate on its own right now. But again, this medkit fabricator is constantly spitting out medkits. So if we wanted to pop one to heal, we could. For now, we'll just store it. I need... What else do I need for the Sea Glide? Nothing! We're good to go. Sea Glide, battery, lubricant, copper wire, titanium. Good to go. I don't know if I'll have enough inventory to actually pick it up. Inventory space.
The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
Well, you're not the boss of me, lady. I will go 5 kilometers away if I choose to. Let us try out, now that the sun has come up, let's try out our new Sea Glide. Woohoo! Look at us go! We're like Superman. Look how fast we're traveling. Debris field. Yeah, let's see if there's anything worth scanning here. Nothing. Nothing. Grav trap, we already have the... What's it for that? A counter that we can build once we start to expand our base.
New blueprint acquired.
The third piece of the mobile vehicle bay.
New blueprint acquired.
We can now craft the mobile vehicle bay, which we will... And a second beacon fragment.
New blueprint acquired.
We can now craft beacons. Look at that. Just had a very lucky encounter with a debris field here while test driving our Sea Glide. Look at it go. Now, as far as the Sea Glide is concerned, just so you know, you see that holo display on the top? That can be really helpful when you're down navigating caves and stuff. But if you just want to turn it off, right-clicking should turn it off. Now it's off and out of your way. Oh, right, and we've got another radio message waiting for us back. right-click once turns on the light and the holo display. Right-clicking again, or excuse me, turns on the holo display. Right-clicking again turns on the light. Right-clicking a third time turns everything off. Back for the escape pod. Let's get our new radio message.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location.
Yeah, that was my ship.
I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out.
All right, Sunbeam
What
is...
else can I say? The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR. And I blew it. It's a bad option, all right, but so are all the others.
Ooh, well, that's not very encouraging, but at least they're on their way to pick us up. So, very good. All right, was there something else that we were going to do here? No, we got a lot accomplished, actually. Oh, beacons. We can build beacons now. And I actually happen to have the materials that I need to build one. So let's just build one. And I'll demonstrate that, and I think that'll do it for today's activities. For the beacon, let's go out to our base and put a beacon on our base. For the beacon, pull up our inventory, assign the beacon to one of your hotbar slots. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Stalker, leave me alone, my friend. Assign the beacon to one of your hotbar slots, equip it, and then release it. I'm going to release it on the other side because I'm anal like that. Release it on the other side. Now, if you hover over the face of the beacon, and I believe it only works on one side, so just so you know, if you're looking at the wrong side of it, you're not going to get this prompt that you can edit the beacon name. So you can just change that to whatever you want. And now that beacon will show up as C-Lab. And reminder, one more time, you can go to the beacon manager and change the color if you want, and turn this beacon on and off. Okay? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Back to the life pod. And that is going to do it for today's activities because we just freaking plowed through all that. Remind myself what all we did because we did so much. We crafted a high-capacity oxygen tank using glass, titanium, and silver ore. We crafted a radiation suit using fiber mesh and lead. We crafted a rebreather using a wiring kit and fiber mesh. We crafted a compass using copper wire and a wiring kit. We crafted the Sea Glide using battery, lubricant, copper wire, and titanium. We also stumbled across the third fragment for the mobile vehicle bay. We can now build that. You need that to build a Seamoth, a Cyclops, or a Prawn. And the second fragment for a beacon. So now we can craft beacons. So that was a very productive day, I must say. I was not anticipated going that smoothly, but there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. We'll be having more adventures on Subnautica soon enough. Stay safe, stay dry.